Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I want to speak to you guys about something that I have created. I haven't done a video on it yet, and it has been available to buy for quite a long time, for a few months now, but I didn't want to shove it in people's faces. But the reviews and all of the nice comments that I've got about the particular thing I'm going to show you, I feel like some of you guys may benefit from me showing you, me telling you where you can grab it from. I worked super hard to get this thing like as good as I could possibly get it, and as engaging and as ADHD friendly as I could possibly get it. So I feel like, why not show you guys, tell you guys about this thing, because honestly I think you guys will benefit from it. So what I want to tell you about is this, Molly's ADHD guide. So I was working really closely with my publishers to try my hardest to get this particular book really accessible to those who have ADHD and to those who have children, students, you know, friends or acquaintances who have ADHD and they want to learn more. I wanted to make it kind of fun, engaging and not so boring, and kind of like easy to read. I didn't want it to be like a doctor's kind of diagnosis letter where you just think, what the hell does that mean? I wanted to make it so that you could understand it. So I'm going to show you just a little sneak peek in here, and then obviously down below I'm going to link where you can buy it, because it's super special to me. I'm really proud of this. So quite a few people have bought this, and I've received a lot of kind of real good reviews about this particular book of mine. This is kind of like you can come back to it and view it whenever you want kind of book. But this book, I've had so many positive reviews, and it's like people use it around their dinner table to start kind of conversations with their child who is ADHD. Teachers have said they have it in their classroom, and when their child is struggling to communicate how they're feeling, they say, how about you go read this book and see if you can find a conversation starter so that we can discuss how you're feeling. So I'm really proud of that, because this is kind of my whole passion, especially students with ADHD, a voice, because I know how it feels to feel like you're totally misunderstood in education. But when you have ADHD, it's almost like whatever you do isn't good enough. But I want this book to be able to give you the courage to show people how amazing you truly are. But yeah, I'm just going to jump in now and just show you it, because I love it. So as I said, it's called Molly's ADHD Guide, and as you can see, that's my little kind of avatar logo that I paid someone to draw for me. Yeah, so we're just going to flip it over, and this is kind of like the whole idea of this book. It's an easy flip book. So it says, what is ADHD? All in here are my infographics that are all created by me, and I have a little kind of like synopsis, is that the right thing? A little like who I am, and it explains, and I'm going to read it to you because this is why I really try hard on social media to raise awareness of ADHD, because I feel like social media is the next big thing, you know, it's taking over everything, and I feel like if I can get my voice heard on social media, then hopefully we can raise the awareness of like how complex ADHD is. So here is why I do this. I grew up misunderstood. I felt like I was a misfit, like I didn't belong anywhere. It was never clear to me why I could not maintain friendships, why I was always the last person picked, or why I wasn't invited to the other children's parties. I grew up believing I was broken. I grew up believing that I needed to be fixed. So if you've ever wondered why I am so passionate about raising awareness of ADHD, it is to give my fellow ADHDers and carers the necessary knowledge and strength and validation. I aim to be the friend I never had when I was growing up to whoever needs it. That is my whole passion behind all of my social media. I want to be the friend I never had growing up to someone like me who really needs someone to be on their side, because I had nobody. And if I can be that friend to someone, then my whole mission and my whole kind of being is proved, and I feel like I've done what I want to do. So you go on to the next page, and it's kind of, it just says like what is ADHD, and it explains it in like each one of these a little kind of what is ADHD. It gives you a little bit of an insight to what ADHD is, and then obviously you can, let me just do this, flip it over, and then you, on this side you have how to be a good friend to somebody with ADHD. Then on the other side, it's like 3 types of ADHD, and basically, like, look, you just go over and it's giving you all these things about what ADHD is, how you can help people with it. So like, here's some inspiration. Justin Timberlake is said to have ADHD, the inattentive type of ADHD traits, what it looks like. It's just a whole book of information about what ADHD is, but in a way that is colourful, engaging, and kids can read it easily. So these are ADHD traits. This is my infographic, and it's got all different traits of ADHD, just made accessible for people who want to learn. The whole book, there's loads. I'm not going to bore you with every single one of them, but throughout the book there's just hang on a minute, I'm just trying to find it. So that's the front, and there's like so many pages of stuff that you can read, and it's all about ADHD, and it's like a how-to guide to understanding ADHD.